growing up, what kind of stuff did you eat that was...
Rice and gravy.
You didn't ever eat anything you went out and hunted or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rabbits mainly, squirrels, birds.
Tell me about eating turtles.
Trying to think, I've caught several turtles, not many, but several. And
How'd you cook
made
them?
a sandwich.
How'd you cook them? Fry them?
Mm-hmm.
Pulled the meat off?
Fried everything.
Yeah. You pulled the meat off, throw it in a pan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe the bones are too big. You just eat around the bones, and you just have to chop that breast piece out of there. And there's a little meat on the legs, and not much. So it's always a lot of effort to get a little bit of meat from a turtle. So you got to use it efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another animal called a gopher. But a gopher looks a little more like a tortoise. And I couldn't tell you the difference in the tortoise.
Why did you call them gophers?
That's just what they were, because that's what they were. And my mother was always there, willing and ready to assist. She doesn't want to get out there on the lake, or she doesn't want to go out in a boat, or she'll just stand on the pier and fish off the pier and catch more than you do with all the nice equipment, all this stuff. Mama's standing down there. Son, I got a fish. All right, Mama, keep going. Said, Mama was a little one hook line and a little weight on it, and she throws it in the water and she'll catch more fish than you will. That's something. And that Indian part showed out in her and Aunt Fanny. They just knew so much. Had these turtles. Mama said, yeah, just put them in there, in the sink. And we didn't have much of a sink. It was about a 5-gallon bucket when I was growing up. I lived in some poor situations. See, I'm telling you, we didn't have running water either. We brought it home in buckets sometimes. It was us, and we were eating turtles because they were good. My sister said, I'm not eating any turtles. She's Miss Biggity, She's going to be a little better than we are. She's not going to eat any turtles. So I made a turtle sandwich, and if I recall, I made two sandwiches, and put them in the refrigerator. So I came home looking for my sandwich because I was hungry now. It's been all day, and she used them as her sandwich for her dinner for the day, and she thought it was something else other than turtles. And of course, and it was a big deal ever since then. That we call, she ate turtle sandwiches, and she said she's never going to eat a turtle.
She thought it was chicken or something.
Yeah, she.
You made fun of her.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. I don't know. I sure wouldn't have ate that for a turtle sandwich. I wouldn't.
I bought a rifle and paid for it. Anything that I wanted, I paid for it when I was a kid growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Sold vegetables. My mother would grow vegetables, put them in a basket, and say, I want $3 for that one, $5 for that one, eight, whatever. It's probably more like 30 cents, not $5. And I'd take the vegetables on my bicycle and go around over into the black neighborhood, and that's where I did most of my business, in the black neighborhood. Have I ever told you about the bicycle Daddy bought?
Mm-mm.
This is crazy. We got one morning that Daddy had been to work and he rode his bicycle to work. And his bicycle was actually a bicycle with an engine.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And everything on this bicycle is heavy duty.
Yeah.
You know, the spokes are heavy, and you know what I mean by heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And the fenders were heavy duty, you know, so they wouldn't bend when you run into something. Daddy needed something so he won't run into something. And it took my mother 3 years to pay for it. It was probably about $45. And I've never seen one like it since then. And then there must be more of them, but I never had. I was thinking about that a few days ago. For some unknown reason, through my brain system, came the bicycle.
He put stuff together in the factory? He was building stuff?
Well, no, I never knew what he did.
Where was he working?
He was working about 4 miles from the house, probably. Rathborne, Heron, and Ridgeway.
Hmm.
That was the name of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not badly mistaken, the factory is still there.
And so he got this motorbike. Is there a story along with that?
Shame.
Really?
Mhm.
It is better than walking.
Maybe. Several times my mother went back and begged the boss man to keep him on. Now we get into the shame part,
Mhm.
you know. And I don't know how they kept him on as long as they did. I mean, it finally came to an end after maybe 15 years of working and drinking and drinking and working and drinking and drinking and drinking and on and it was just a plague on some of society, and we were one of them. It gets cold, and many men, it doesn't take much to tempt them to go in to buy a pint in the wintertime. Just can freeze everything in the house. And Daddy came home that night, and he wanted to get home early. And it seems to me like he took a couple of hours leave so he could get home to feed and take care of the animals, because they got to be fed. He came from Highway 80, you know where Highway 80 is, and down Highway 80 and crossed Gilbert Avenue there. He froze to the bicycle. Like I said, it froze, his joints all froze up. And somehow they got him in the house and got him warmed up. That's what happened. We didn't go see a doctor.
He froze up.
Yeah, he just froze up. That's what happens to people when they get out in the cold.
His joints froze up.
Yeah, you can't move them.
And he froze to the motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, when he got home, he couldn't stop. So he ran into a shed or something. He did something to stop, to get him off that motor scooter. That's so wonder to me. It didn't kill him. But he made it through one more.
Did he wreck it?
Yeah. But he fixed it. Whatever was wrong, he fixed it. I mean, my daddy was an amazing man about being able to fix stuff. I mean, it might not work, but probably before he quits in the daytime somewhere, he'll have the thing working.
So when you were young, what did you do for money? You sold pecans and vegetables. What else?
I don't know, that's probably about all.
You didn't have a paper route?
Yeah, I had a paper route. 7 years.
Really?
1952, 1953, I had a paper route that I took care of every day. The job was a great thing. I still believe that the job is a great thing. Something that you are tied to and you have to do, and you do it and you do it, and it doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. It's just you got a job and you got some income coming from some way, somehow. And everybody's a servant of somebody else. It's just how life is. I had at least 2 routes most all the time, and once in a while 3. And a route would consist of about 80 papers. That's about as many as you can deliver, in our situation.
Do you ever have a horse?
Yep.
Did you deliver papers by your
Yep.
horse? Really?
One little lady, black lady, she said to me one day, she said, "Baby boy, I don't ever know where you gonna be coming on these delivering these papers. Sometime you on a horse, sometime you on a mule, sometime you on a bicycle." She said, "But you don't have no car."
Then you scare them. You have food, they stay. They will stay for the food. You don't have to grab them. That bird is the little bird. And the bird will come and stay. Then in the other hand, get your bird. Wow. 3 on your lap.
All right, let's take our bread and go a little further down.
Let's go a little further down.
Dearest Jenna, I remember the first time we met. Your mother's introduction was most appropriate, and I felt I had a chance with you. My heart broke at our first separation, but God brought us back together and our hearts mattered. I love spending time with you and holding you. I love you, Jenna Clarence C. English.
That green scar you've got?
Still there.
Yeah. It's got some rocks or something in it?
Yeah. Oh, that was a motorcycle that slid out from under me. That's Groton, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Sam Stopper.
Oh, Sam Stoffer.
Yeah. He and I were out just skirting around. We bought ourselves a motorcycle, both of us did.
To share.
Cause what?
You were going to share it with him?
No, we bought our own.
Oh, you each had one?
Yeah.
Just joined the Navy?
Yeah.
Just out of sea school?
Just joined, I already had, at that time I had about 2.5 to 3 years
Yeah.
already in the Navy, you know, so that's the boot camp and
Sea school.
first duty station, you know, and the seagoing tugboat.
Yeah.
And you know, you've been in some of those jams in a little town somewhere, and the craziest one I think I've been in is with your mother in Scotland. Jenna, your mama and I went on vacation at 2001 or 2000
Yeah.
or whatever it was.
Okay.
And we went on a lot of tourist stuff. You know, they have cities and towns there, but they're all pretty small.
Yeah.
And when you get to a smaller town, then you're really in a small town. So that's kind of how it was with me going to, I was headed to Scotland. Dunoon, Scotland. Took your mama there. She wanted to go and see where one of my girlfriends were.
Hmm.
She didn't want to see her too big, but she wanted to make sure where she fit, you know.
What happened?
Nothing, just the most frightening thing for me. I mean, I can get frightened easy. Your mother just said, let's go, come on, dragging me along like an old man. So we had a lot of travels, and the most interesting, hard travel was, if you ever get there, you go do this. This is scary. They use water in Scotland just everywhere for travel.
Hmm.
It's like this thing I'm talking about. It was a bridge, so think bridge, and you're up in the air. And the difference is they're pumping water all the time in the trough. It's a big trough that you float down in.
Huh. So it's artificial, like a concrete trough?
Yes.
And you've got some sort of boat that floats down?
Yes, and
Really?
you're in charge.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. You got to get to the other side of this thing with only the help from people that's in the boat. So they got to push and pull, you know, to make the boat float. It had a walkway. You know, you can walk over there through this bridge, which is probably 1/4 of a mile long. So it's quite long. And you come out on the other side, wham, bam, 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 and you think the whole thing's coming apart. Your boat was right on the edge. I mean, right there. Yeah. But I'm staying on the sidewalk. I'm not getting over there on that boat. And they use these things. They rent them for weekend, 2 weeks.
And you didn't have to prove that you were any good at it. You could just...
No, You just stay there and figure you're gonna get wiped out. That's what. Really, look, I'm talking about. That's the end of the water.
Yeah. You don't have a second chance?
No. It's tough. She did a lot of pushing to get me on that vote for that.
Did she enjoy it?
Did she? She
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I would have never thought that Jenna would have married me. She had everything I had and more. But I wasn't too much of a dummy. I did pretty good. And, you know what W4 is? Well, I was the first class and made W4. In the next few years, and you know the W4 is God on wheels, you know. And I had been to San Diego at that time for my boot camp and my. Where, do you have your winter ring?
Yeah, it's on. I left it at home
Oh,
on accident.
that's probably the best place for it to be, and you don't lose it.
Yeah.
The miracle for me in my young life as a sailor. So I was headed to New York City. In actuality, I was headed to Scotland. I left my car there in Savannah, Georgia, and hitchhiked to New York City. So I had my sea bag packed full. I had a handbag, you know. I'd bought me a nice leather handbag. I hitchhiked up to within, you know, a few miles of New York, because that's where you could catch the train to get to where you need to go, to get on the ship you need to get on to go to Scotland. Have you been in the subway?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know how busy they are.
Yeah.
And so I set my bags down, and I could only carry two, so I carried them down and put them side of a post, and I turned around to go pick up the other one, and it was just not 20 feet away, and it was gone. They opened that door, you get in, and it's gone. And I'm on the train now, and my sea bag is sitting on the pier out there, and I'm gone to who knows where. Maybe nobody knows. So that's kind of a little bit shaky. You know, and I thought, you know, I don't even have a white hat.
You didn't have your cover with you.
No.
Were you in a uniform?
Was I?
Were you in your blues? Traveling in your blues?
Yeah. And you know the old blue wool.
Yeah.
You sweat. Oh boy, you get sweat.
Your first real trip on your own.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. As a young person
Yeah.
trying to become a man.
That's what I was thinking.
And the first thing that you do is you lose everything you own. So what do you do? Have to buy a whole new set of clothes and stuff?
No, I talked to Jesus.
Yeah.
It was just prayer that God would send someone, a personal angel, and and a miracle was worked for me. People don't want to. Even myself, I have a hard time believing God's taking care of me every day. You know. And the further away I got from my sea bag, the more frightening it becomes, because that's all you've got. I mean, you young sailor, I probably was 19 years old then, 20 at the most, and my belongings is sitting on the pier.
So you're a third class? You're not a, you are, okay. Poor guy. Poor little guy.
Well, I said to the policeman, look, let me tell you what just happened to me. He said, oh, Lord. And you just kiss that goodbye. It's all gone. It's gone. You don't leave anything setting, anytime. So he assured me that I was not going to find my bags ever again.
Yeah.
He said, man, he said, so many people passing by and people needing things and wanting things, and you got a couple of sea bags sitting there, they're gone. I said, well, could we go to the next stall? Can you direct me how to get to the next stall? I said, if you'll just somehow get me back to where I left this bag, where it got, then I'll be satisfied. You've done your best to help me out. I said, if you'll do that, he said, yeah, we'll make provisions for that. Let's go. Okay, so we went. It's probably the first grown-up thing that I had to do. So, the policeman took me back downstairs where I got on the train heading in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on there with me. He stayed with me.
Really?
Yeah, going the opposite direction, which he doesn't know because he's got 5 cars coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, trains and sort of all that. You know, and they're all going in a little bit different direction. He said, but I think I've got you taken care of. I think we'll get to the place, and it may be there and it may not be. But I don't expect us to find anything called it. And when you set something down in New York City, it belongs to somebody else. Don't belong to you anymore. That's the way this was. We got in the train, took off, and about 15 minutes later, this policeman took me back to the spot, and I said, that's mine. I said, how do you know? I said, because that's mine. And he said, okay, it's yours.
Yeah.
I said, now can you tell me how to get to my train? Because I was thinking about this the other day. It was just a brief thought. And it was how the Lord takes care of us, although we've got all of these endeavors we try to get through and do it. I can believe that it's answer from heaven. You know, I don't know how that works. I'd like to tell you all about it and say this is what it is and this is what it is. But all I can tell you is here's the story. You can take it, leave it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
There's a story with a truth. And that truth is you have to trust God. That don't make any sense. I know that. But I know that there are people like me who profess to be Christians, and they are Christians. And they don't do everything right. Everything's not right. They do, but it's still a trust that you can give in. But I have had to trust Christ for boondoggles I've made, and there's angels somehow taking care of us. I don't pretend to understand all that. I just know that there appears to be somebody taking care of us. Now there was 300 other sailors on the way to New York City too, you know, and they may all have a flaky story like I just said to you, but
Yeah.
so and I always liked the Navy. I didn't like the seasick part, but other than that, I just enjoyed the freedom, and I love the, somebody called me out, English, you got transfer orders to so and so and so and so, and I said, all right, man, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna get to go to wherever it may be. And of course, everybody's limited, but it didn't seem like I was very limited. And I put my name in the hat.
Mm-hmm.
My name got called.
Mm.
I am a sailor, you're my first mate. We signed on together, we coupled our fate. Hold up our anchors, determined not to fail. For the heart's treasure, together we set sail. No maps to guide us, we steered our own course. Rode out the storms when the winds were gale force. Sat out the doldrums, patience and hope. Working together, we learned how to cope. Life is an ocean, and love is a boat in troubled waters. It keeps us afloat. We started this voyage, there was just me and you. Now, gathered round us, we have our own crew. relationship. We built it with care to last the whole trip. Our true destination's not marked on any charts. We're navigating for the shores of the heart. Life is an ocean, and love is a boat in troubled waters, and keeps us afloat. When we started this voyage, there was just me and you. Now, gather round us.
Hi, Mama.
Hi.
I heard you had some poems you wanted to read me.
Yes, I've had them on my dresser for 10 years.
Okay. Is Daddy there?
Yes, come here, Clarence. Okay, look up here. Here's the camera.
All right, there I am, son.
Good to see you.
Oh, I'd love to read my poem I wrote you on our 50th anniversary.
Sure.
You are my gift from God, the answer to my childhood prayer. Who could tell how God would bring a man so good and rare? Clarence, you are my sweetheart, created to be the object of my care. I would choose you all over to be my darling, our love to share. And that's still true today. We saved our love for each other, a priceless gift we shared, and honeymooned in Savannah, where family joyously cared. We've loved and worked and made a home that brings me joy and pride. We've kept our trust in the Holy Son, who's been the rock by our side. We have toured exotic places. You've made my dreams come true. We had a handsome baby boy, then 2, no, 3, then 4. It seemed that was enough for us to nurture, train, and adore. They learned to trust in our Lord and God. We read the Word each night. We tried to train them as we were taught to bring heaven's home in sight. Honey, we are headed there. Our reward is up ahead. We'll join each other on heaven's shore and share the memories we led. All those years ago, my dear, when love and dreams were free, the greatest earthly gift I've had came when God brought you to me.
Thank you. It was nice to see you guys.
It's good to talk to you, and I'm glad that Clarence was up and we could both talk.
I love you.
Love you, honey. We'll talk again soon.
Bye-bye.
When we started this voyage, it was just me and you. Now, gather round us, have our own crew. I have a mother like no other. She got so sweet soul, and she'd teach me how to sing. Shows me colors when there's none to see. Gives me hope when I can't believe that for the first time I feel love. I have a brother when I'm a brother in need. I spend my whole time running. He spends his running after me. When I feel myself going down, I just call and he comes around. But for the first time, I feel love. Wears a rich man's cloak. Gave me his keys to his kingdom coming. Gave me a cup of gold. He said, I have many mansions, and there are many rooms to see. But I left by the back door, threw away the keys. Yeah, I threw away the keys. Yeah, I threw away the keys. Now I'm searching for the keys. I am searching for the keys. Searching for the keys. For the first time, for the first time, for the first time, I feel love. First time I feel love. first time, for the first time, for the first time, I feel love.